Okay, now let's now make it physical. It got physical. It's back up on both sides, still tussling and jostling, and so who will finally surrender to who? That's the idea. So that's what happened.
Okay, the day started yesterday when security personnel were all over the Wadata Plaza, and factional secretary Senator Samuel Anyanwu, we saw him come to the premises and he addressed the media, and what he said when they went into the hall was that he was suspending 17 members of the PDP.
Today, 18th of November 2025, NEC received the report of the acting national chairman of Mohammed detailing breach of articles 58, 1, and 59, 1. Security anti-party activities, disobedience to court orders, and court conduct during the party introduction. NEC approved the expulsion of the following: 1. Adolfo Swabati. 2. Olabode George. 3. Benobi. 4. Kabiru Rabi Suraki SN. 5. Bala Mohammed. 6. Oluseyi Makinde. 7. Dauda Lawal. 8. Tafik Arabaja. 9. Setoji Koshode. 10. Okechukwu Bechina Daniel. 11. Wiko Daniel. 12. Mohammed Kadede Suleiman. 13. Emmanuel Ogidi. 14. Suleiman Adamu Buga. 15. Omar Sadi. 16. Odom Emmanuel. 17. Emmanuel Enedon. These who have been expelled from our party.
That's the factional secretary of the PDP, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, announcing the expulsion of these 17 members, saying that they are no longer PDP members. Remember, on Saturday, he, alongside others, were also expelled in Ibadan. So if you expel me, I expel you. Well, to join us in this conversation, we are not party members of the PDP, but I think we have to try and get some. We have Barrister Josh Turner on the line from Abuja. He is also a factional zonal secretary of the PDP. Let's see if we can have the chat with him. Good morning, Barrister Turner. Hello.
Yeah, morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. Good
Yeah,
morning.
good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Barrister Turner.
It's my pleasure joining
what
you.
type of, is it the Amala rough of politics that you people have turned your party PDP into? You were purportedly expelled in Ibadan Saturday, and your factional, the secretary of your faction, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, have also announced 17 names expelled also from the PDP. Where is your party heading to?
Well, I think it's important to quickly correct an impression which I think is wrong impression. There are no factions in PDP. We have one PDP and we have one leadership. Recall that Samuel Anyanwu was elected National Secretary of our party to serve for a 4-year term. That mandate will come to an end on the 8th of December 2025. And for all intents and purposes, Samuel Anyanwu remains the National Secretary of our great party. So there are no factions. That being said, politics is dynamic in nature, and party politics especially is played along interest line. And when you have people from diverse, background, and people who their views and all of that coming together under an umbrella, form members of a political party, of course, you have a convergence of different ideas and different opinions and different interests. It is not possible or likely that everybody's interests must align at a particular time. So that leads to a struggle for who controls what, who gets what, how, and when. Now, politics in itself is a conspiracy to seize power. Why do you seize power? Of course, is to apply scarce resources for the benefit of the greatest number of people. So it means that at the center of it all and at all times, the interest of the people remains paramount. So what you see play out in PDP is people positioning themselves and strategizing to control the structure of the party.
Okay.
Because you know that 2027 election is around the corner, and the tenure of the current NWC is coming to an end. And so we are headed for another round of elections to elect next leaders of our party. So definitely you will expect, all of this fight here and there. But what is important is that it's a family affair. At the end of the day, we'll be able to sit down and then we discuss and agree amongst ourselves. Of course, some may shift down. Everybody may need to a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right. Because head or tail, like I said, it is the people and their interest that remains paramount. So that is what is happening in the Philippines. Now, the unfortunate thing is that when you have an umpire that now becomes an interested party, then you have crisis. The NWC is the umpire. They are supposed to provide enabling environment, a platform that is anchored on fairness, justice, and of course the rule of law, and allow every interest group and every member of our party the right to express their ambitions. Of course, they are entitled to do so. But when you have the NWC, for instance, traveling on impunity, undemocratic practices are adopted, you want to go for a convention, members are not privy to the timetable, members are not privy to the forms, the nomination form and expression of interest forms. You just do things unlawfully and illegally. You have not concluded congresses in a number of states, about 14 of them. So you just create crisis. And of course, by our constitution, it is in layers. You conduct the World Congress. Those who emerge at the World Congress will move up to elect those at the local government level. Those at the local government level elected will move up as state delegates to elect those at the state level. Then the state, the local government together will go up to elect.
Okay, it seems we're having an audio problem with Barrister Turner. Okay, I will try and reconnect back. I will try and reconnect the audio. Paul, he is stating the fact that their house was not in order before they went to Ibadan.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just like he noted, Senator Sam Ayamo said their tenure will expire on the 8th of December. When we have him back on the line, I want to ask if there is no clause in their constitution that says that congresses can be called if the need arises. That's one factor. We're also trying to get in contact with the publicity secretary of the PDP in Oyo State, Michael Olu. We are trying to get in contact with him. If we do, we also have him live in the studio with us. But going forward, we are trying to get back to Barrister Josh Turner all the way from Abuja.
I think
it's back. Okay, Barrister Josh Turner.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Okay, now we can hear you. We can hear you. Please continue.
Okay, I wanted to ask you. You said the tenure of the current ESCO of your party will expire on the 8th of December. Is there any clause in your constitution that says that a congress can be called if the need arises?
Of course, the constitution of the party makes provision for special congresses and special conventions.
Okay.
Of course, whenever the need arises, such special conventions at the national level or congresses at the zonal or state level can be convened.
So is this one that happened in Ibadan fall under that type of special congress?
No, there was no convention at all in Ibadan.
What happened in Ibadan?
It was a gathering. That was a gathering, more like a social gathering of some party members, not a convention.
The same type of gathering that you also gathered in Calabar some time ago, where you emerged at the
proper congress. No, and I will tell you why.
Okay, tell us, please.
I'll tell you why. Now, the National Executive Committee approved the elective congress for the South-South zone. And then a letter to that effect was communicated to the National Vice Chairman, South-South Zone, Chief Danobi. And that letter conveyed by the National Organizing Secretary clearly directed Chief Danobi to take steps as zonal chairman to conduct the Congress in a free, and fair manner. The national chairman then, together with the national secretary, that Damagu and Anyangu,
Signed.
complied with the Electoral Act and the regulation by sending to INEC a communication to the effect that the South-South Zonal Congress was going to hold on that date.
Okay.
So that was it. All requirements were fulfilled. The challenge came when governors felt that they were not going to be able to install their cronies, and then they now wrote a letter to Damagu a day to the Congress. All of them signed and saying that they had different.
PDP. Dr. Tona?
Can you hear us?
Okay, I think we're having some network issue.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted, because if
Okay, it's back. It's
are you back with us?
Yes, it's back now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now, some people have accused you because you are one of those persons that went to court to stop the one you call gathering in Ibadan, and people have accused you that you are a tool in the hand of former Governor Wike to destroy the PDP. Governors are leaving the party for you people. Are you happy with the way your party is going?
Well, let me again correct another wrong impression. I did not go to court to stop PDP convention. I went to court to challenge illegality. As I saw it in the build-up to the proposed convention of the party. I had a position to contest for the office of National Secretary. As a member of this party, I should be entitled at least to access nomination and expression of interest forms. These forms were not there. You have had the National Organizing Secretary, who usually is the one who manages the sales of form and collection of the completed form. The man said he doesn't know what a form looks like. He has never seen any form for the purpose of the convention. So the National Secretary, you heard the same thing. I am not alone. Somebody like His Excellency Sule Lamido could not find a form. So I don't know how you all as journalists cannot speak up or condemn when something is wrong. I ask you, do you know that it is usually our practice whenever we are going for elective convention and congresses, you find people going trooping in to the National Secretariat to pick forms. You will see video, you will see photographs. When they go and submit, they go with fanfare, Ogele, Agaba, and all of that. Do you see any of those things? Can you tell me one person
that you can report as a journalist that went to pick form in the build-up to whatever convention that they talk about. Now, that aside, did you hear any day or see anybody come to Bayelsa to campaign in national position, which is our normal procedure?
Okay.
Now, did you see here any day that aspirants were to be screened?
Okay.
Now, so these were the issues that took us to court, including congresses that were abandoned. National Executive Committee approved that congresses should be conducted in about 14 states and the Southeast. After sending communication and notification to INEC, the national chairman alone sent another notification of postponement of some of these congresses to INEC. In Cross River, in Ebonyi, in Anambra, the Southeast, Ekiti, and some other states. Now, if you don't conduct congresses in these states, you will definitely deprive and defranchise delegates from those states to the National Convention. You would have also deprived we, the aspirants, of votes in areas that we feel we are popular. So we felt that, look, let us go and test the laws. Let the court tell us, as registrar of political party, right, if INEC's role as registrar and regulator of political parties is to sit down and watch political parties bastardize their constitution, bastardize their rules, bastardize the Electoral Act, bastardize the Constitution of Nigeria, INEC should monitor and over these political parties. This right. If the answer is affirmative, then ask INEC to keep away from PDP convention until the party complies with XYZ.
Okay.
And they answered those questions in the affirmative and ordered INEC accordingly. The case of Sule Lamido was a clear case of unlawful exclusion. So he also approached the court and he got judgment. So what was wrong for the party to comply with these orders of court?
But they also had a ruling in Ibadan and Oyo High Court asking them to go ahead with the convention. So
no, that was an ex parte ruling.
Uh-huh.
That the court is even still.
It's still sitting, yes.
And enter judgment.
Okay.
You know, so you don't compare them. And you can see that INEC have obeyed the orders of the Federal High Court by staying away from that gathering in Ibadan.
But the law does
They were
not.
further ordered by the Federal Court not to recognize any outcome of any such gathering.
Okay.
You saw how the the chairman of the convention committee washed his hands off at the venue and moved, left the scene completely. That is Governor Fintri. At a point they were looking for his deputy to take over. The deputy was nowhere to be found either. The governor for Osun State, who was represented at that convention by the deputy also took off. So they ended up with the secretary of the committee who now was the one returning. How will a secretary be returning? He's not a returning officer. And recall that they said Benobi is not even the secretary of the committee as approved and appointed by NEC. The person approved and appointed by NEC is the governor of Enugu State, Peter Mba. Unfortunately, he defected from the party while the preparations.
But the convention was still on.
Now, this question is sincerely. Are you happy at the state which your party is? Your party used to be the sounding voice of opposition, but presently the quagmire which you are at right now, Are you?
I will give you an instance. You see, when God wants to perform, when God wants to do his thing, he has his way.
Okay.
He has his way. In Bayelsa, let me use Bayelsa for you know.
Hello, MON. Okay, the network, a very poor network these days, and I think we are trying to reconnect back to Barrister George Turner MON to respond to Paul's question, because the party, it's like the center is no longer holding. Things are really falling apart. If what we saw yesterday from the Wadada Plaza is anything to go by, it's like this is a fight to finish.
Hello?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now, please continue. We can hear you now.
Continue.
Okay, yeah. So as a party man, should be happy that leadership is failing so badly, because all that have brought us to where we are is the failure of leadership. The leadership of the former chairman, the suspended chairman of the party, Umar Damagu. That's what have brought us to where we are. Now, am I happy that those who consult a plug in the wind of progress in our party have been withered off? Yes, of course, as a Christian, I know that it gets to where the winds are separated from the chaff. God has his way of doing it. I'll use Bayelsa for a case study.
Okay.
You know that in Bayelsa State, once it is time for in recent times, the governor of the state, because he's the leader of PDP, will just go to Abuja and 1-1 for all the state, 24 state constituency, 1-1 form for Senate, the 3 senatorial districts, 1-1 form for the 5 House of Rep seats. He keeps them in government house, and then he starts giving them to loyalists and those he wants to give to. Meanwhile, depriving the party and hardworking members of hello.
We are with you, MON. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you deprive party members, hardworking members of the party, leaders that mean well for their people. The privilege, you deprive them the privilege of pursuing their ambition in the party. They stage manage screening, they stage manage everything. But I can assure you, now that they are out of the party, 2027, PDP is going to ensure free, fair, transparent primaries. People who have the privilege and the right to go and purchase forms, the members who have the right to express their ambition in a manner that nobody restricts them. So at the end of the day, delegates are not going to be handpicked. Delegates are not going to be hook-winged. Solar candidates will emerge across all the nooks and crannies of our state, and PDP will produce the candidates that will of Bayelsa State for general elections.
Okay.
That in itself is a blessing for us as a party and a people. So if you look at it head or tail, there are some merits, there are some demerits, but I am very certain that the merits will outweigh the demerits, because we have undemocratic records have left
a network from your end there in Abuja, but I think Paul, I think the point is this: I'm trying to make Barrister George Turner MON understand that how do such party embroil this type of crisis act people to it? That's one thing I wanted to know,
because you have to be marketable, because right now you are already doing a disservice to yourself, and the major concern that Nigerians are having is the fact that you are seeing where the party used to be very strong in all of the 36 states, including the FCT. Suddenly,
Ben, are you back with us now?
Yes, it's back.
Yes. So,
okay, go ahead.
Like, I was trying to say that, look, in law, there is this thing we say, you fact first. Then you can talk. Led by 2 governors, you saw them. Get me to invade.
The first time such thing is happening. MON. Okay? I want to say that I don't know because if you hear
me?
Okay,
Yes,
go ahead now. You have we had this momentary break. If you say talks, it's relative because the other side said those are their party supporters that came with them and their security aides.
Brought in by governors, led by governors, you saw them. You saw them. I will further send you a video where Governor Bala was beckoning. Say, call the boys. Call the boys. Bring the call.
I call the boys. Those are party faithfuls.
So these are, you condemn that first. You them
happy about what we saw yesterday, and it is highly condemnable. From
no lover of democracy.
no
Yeah,
lover,
we
because
go.
it was. Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you now.
Go ahead, MON.
yeah. So yes. So I mean, how can governors behave in that manner? Assuming we took the option of also behaving that way, I'm sure that we should have been talking about some people who have lost their lives by now.
Yeah.
And you saw the leadership class that.
Was the FCC minister supposed to be at that venue yesterday? I just want to clarify from you, MON. Was Chief Wike supposed to be at that meeting yesterday, or he also came to flex his muscle? Barrister Just Turner, MON. Okay, we'll get him back shortly. Apologies for the break. We're having some network issues. If not, he's based in Abuja and we are doing it via the Facebook. It's a live video interview with him. That's why we're having some of those break. But definitely we'll get him back shortly. And now, just like you said, Abu Kefas was supposed to defect today.
Yeah.
But we hear it has been put on hold for now.
For the time being.
For the time being. And could it be he is also weighing his options, or they are still beckoning on him because this house is really divided against itself?
Truth be told, because he said it over the weekend that he's moving there's going to be a transition fully from the PDP to the APC, and I'm sure it was because of the recent kidnaps and the different cases. That's why the APC had to okay, let's not feel very
put politics ahead of the lives of the children that have been kidnapped.
So let's put a pause to it. But right now, if you want to count, you could just use your finger to count the number of the PDP governors that are left. And this is more or less like after this year, the penultimate year before the campaign starts. So what will be happening to the one-time glorious People's Democratic Party as an opposition?
Okay, let's listen to the factional. Everything about PDP is just factional.
And they say we should not call factional.
No, they are factional. No, that one for our own safety as a media house and as journalists. Once it's two sides, it's faction.
True.
Let's listen to the factional chairman from the convention, disputed convention that took place in Ibadan, talking about Taminu Turaki SAN, as he's called on the world to come. Even at the point said, Donald.
Members of our party that were expelled in our national convention in Ibadan. They came here with armed talks that we did predicted to disrupt our meetings. But God so kind, we were able to contain them effectively. Now we have continue to fight. But I want to call on the president. If there's anybody that wants peace in any given society, it should be the leadership. The president should call his minister to order. The kind of conduct that the minister of the FCT had gotten himself engaged in this morning, leading to this afternoon, is unbecoming. How can here very interest? So I call on all members of PDP to call all members of PDP in Nigeria to assemble here. If they are going to kill us, be men to destroy and stifle democracy. We will defend democracy. We shall continue to act as the vanguards of democracy. And like I've said, we are prepared to lay down our lives for the purpose of watering and nurturing this nascent democracy that our forefathers had fought arduously to give us. I will then.
We saw how the former governor of Benue State was walked out of that hall, but now accusing former governor of Rivers State and minister of the FCT for bringing thugs.
I'm sorry for the little delay with logistics.
Okay.
I went to the Commissioner of Police of the FCT to actually request a police cover. That is what responsible people should do. Security agency to say, hey, we are aware that some miscreants, some thugs, they want to actually come and to our secretariat tomorrow. Please give us police cover and ensure you saw the video. I can send you more videos if you want. We know those who mobilize thugs. We know those who are known for thuggery. You know Governor Wiki. You know how we know the aggressors. So to say that we brought thugs to our secretariat is nothing but a lie. And by the way, why should you bring thugs to the secretariat? Think about it. Why should you bring thugs to the secretariat? We had a convention that was peaceful, that was carnival-like, that everybody was very happy. Why on earth should you bring thugs to the first meeting of a new executive? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And then you see,
Okay.
Of the convention. Yes, I'm with you.
That convention is in great disputes. Why? Because all the paraphernalia of what would constitute a valid convention was said to have been violated before that convention, and we had 2 rulings as against an ex parte order from an Oyo High Court for the convention to go ahead. And all what played out, are you satisfied as a PDP member and public secretary in Oyo State that based on your constitution, is that conviction valid?
Okay, so again, let's put to facts. I have read the constitution of our party many times. And by the way, I'm almost 10 years in the state executive. So I know what I'm saying, right? And this is it, right? The constitution says that for you to have a convention, the national chairman of the party must be the chairman of the convention, number 1.
Okay.
The Electoral Act says that you must give 21 days notice to INEC, number 2. Number 3, for the convention to be valid, you must have 2/3 of the state. Now, we have excess of 2/3 at the convention. Our national chairman was actually available to be the chairman of the convention, elective convention. As a matter of fact, INEC has alluded and agreed that they actually got about 21 days notice. In fact, more than 21 days notice, according to the stipulations of the Electoral Act. Now, so when you look at the validity of the convention, let me tell you, I'm aware that by the time we are done with all the legal fireworks, it will enrich our jurisprudence. It will give us more knowledge about how the electoral system will work. But one major thing we should say this morning is the fact that if we look at the build up to this particular convention, it's not a certain individual that thinks that the world revolves around him. And he thinks that PDP is his personal property. And he wants to actually lord over PDP. It's very important we remind him and all of his followers, like Dr. Na, Ame Abraham and co, that we must understand that the world does not revolve around them. The slogan of our party is power to the people. The people own this party. Nigerians own this party. If they say they don't want you again, now, people have said that you will support APC in 2027. And that's fine. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. One of them, Fayoshe, actually were a PDP camp to an APC rally. That's fine. You have shown where your interest is. We have made it easy for you. John Tona is no longer a PDP member. He cannot speak as a PDP member. The convention has expelled him from our party.
Okay.
So, as I'm speaking,
But
that's
Mr. Michael.
convention.
Okay.
No, because you know what I have to let me. So in fact, quickly, let me quickly explain the validity of this convention to you.
Yeah.
Going by legal matters, and the first matter before my Lord Justice Omotosho was that this PDP convention was not even pause, not even stop. The word is postpone this convention pending the time a proper congresses to be done in some states.
14 states. Yes, 14
That
states.
is a clear statement. And my Lord, in his wisdom, based on the arguments canvassed by lawyers, he said, okay, convention postponed. You go and have your convention. That's fine. That's all right. And then we are going to abide by that particular convention until by that particular ruling by my Lord Justice Omotosho. And because we're a responsible political party that is law abiding, that is the decision. The law has spoken. But you see, an aspirant, please, because I've also had people like Larry Olayinka and other gullible people say things like, how can Oyo High Court serve as appellate court to the Federal High Court? Number one, Oyo High Court is not an appellate court. It just serve as an appellate court. The facts before the suit before the judges are actually very different. Now, one of the aspirants of the position wrote to the court and said, "Court, please, do I have locus? I have a locus to actually contest this particular arrangement. These people want to deny my fundamental human rights. Abi, that is the essence of an ex parte order. If you feel that your right is being trampled upon, or you feel that some actions or some steps being taken can hinder your fundamental human rights, the judge, the law provides for an ex parte motion to ensure that your right is protected actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So really, what then happened is that we approached the court, one of the aspirants approached the court to say, hey, PDP want to stop this convention. I have a local standing to contest for position this convention. And the court said, okay, pending the time we will do the proper substantive hearing, I grant an ex parte motion. Now, that particular arrangement was actually adjourned to 12th of November, exactly 8 days ago. Was actually adjourned to the 12th of December. On the 12th of December, the judge, Akitola, in his wisdom, actually adjourned again to 14th of December. He now said, pending the time, the law should come back on December 8th for hearing.
Okay.
But pending the time they will come back for the hearing, on Friday around after 12, he says that his ex parte motion ceased to subsist. So we have a court order to go ahead with the convention.
Okay.
But then you see, like I said earlier, all of these matters, by the time they determined by the Supreme Court, it will enrich our jurisprudence and
Yeah.
will give us better understanding of how to
Okay.
handle matters
We still have Mr. Michael. We have Josh Turner still with us all the way from Abuja.
I can see
You can see him. Okay. Barrister Josh Turner, MON. You had the PDP police secretary in Oyo State, Michael Olusegun. Now, the Supreme Court had ruled that party matters
Our internal
are
affairs.
internal affairs. So this ruling, ex parte motion, party is supreme. So how come you are still insisting that that convention is not valid? Mr. Turner? Okay. We cannot hear you. Is your device muted?
Hello, can you?
Better
now.
now. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, I've listened to my brother, and in less than a few seconds, there's nobody has not insulted, within my system. But it's okay. He has addressed personality, but I'm not here to do that. When he says that lions like Jotona, but I would not had encounters with him, so I don't know where he draws his. Again, it tells you how the level of people who manage affairs in Oyo State. But it's okay. He has been dissolved. His ESCO was today by neck. So he may be addressed as a former immediate past publicity secretary of the party in Oyo State. But he's my brother. We have the same party. At least governor was expelled, but he himself has not been expelled.
Yes, but
But let's come
okay,
to
go ahead.
issues. Let's come to this. You see, like I said before, all of this struggle is geared towards controlling structure and putting our party together ahead of 2027. As people of same family can quarrel, but I tell you that we will have a common ground where we sit on the table and resolve. But that is completely away from issues about the rule of law. What we have said, and we keep saying, obey your rules. Let me ask him, as at the time they were in Ibadan for convention,
Can he mention to you what venue aspirants were screened? The last communication from the Fintiri-led committee was a statement postponing screening of aspirants. There was nothing heard about the screening again till today.
Okay. Okay, Barrister. No, it will come back. It will come to that. Before it comes to that, before Mr. Michael will come to that, I want to ask you. You issued a statement on Friday about a purported BOT setting up a caretaker committee to run the affairs of the party, but the chairman of the BOT, Senator Adolfo Wabara, debunked it in its entirety. Where are all these things leading to? Are you people bent on grabbing power by all means? Barrister Justona?
Yeah, can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Go ahead now.
Now, if he also wants to be sincere, he will agree that in build-up to conventions, you will always find party members who have ambition group to the national secretary to procure and pick up funds, nomination and expression of interest form. They also return these funds. And he knows, if he wants to be sincere, the office of the National Organizing Secretary.
Okay, Just Turner, I think we're having issue with your network. Okay, pending when we have Just Turner back on the line. Mr. Michael, can you respond? He spoke about your party not opening the sales of form, and every other thing that was supposed to make it transparent.
The actual neck, not this wayo, this wayo neck they did though. This the proper neck. The proper neck.
We have two necks now.
That particular neck actually approved the nomination of Ahmadu Fintiri, Governor Ahmadu Fintiri, as the chairman of the NCOC. And part of that particular work is to ensure that they organize a very good elective convention, which includes screening of the aspirants. I am not an aspirant for NWC.
Okay.
I am not aspiring. I'm not so very interested in how their screening process goes, but I'm aware that somebody from my state, former deputy governor, Ambassador Taufik Arakpaja, former DSC South, now national secretary of our party, now actually was screened at a very popular hotel in Oyo State. I will not mention the name of the hotel.
Okay.
So that it will be like if I'm doing advert for
Yeah,
them.
sure.
But I'm aware that they actually had screening for the aspirants. Now, I don't have all the details because I am not a member of the NCOC,
Okay.
National Convention Organizing Committee. But then let me say something quickly. There was something I wanted to say the other time, and I'm sure Jotona is still with us.
They still
Yes,
with us,
yes,
yes.
And I've known Jotona since our days in TAN, Transformation Ambassador of Nigeria. And I know how much of a party lover he is. I know how much of a strong PDP member he is. In fact, I know that it was one of those that the Buhari administration which wanted and actually went for the Ajogula during the first time of Buhari. So I don't know when Jotona also joined people that want to destroy the PDP. I don't know. Because I know Jotona to be a responsible and a very passionate PDP member. I will now switch camp to the point where he now joins people who are very interested in tearing down our party. Is what actually bothers me. Again,
Mr. Michael, if you said tearing down the party, the chairman of the convention organizing committee, Governor Fintiri, left the venue
And he disassociated himself.
and disassociated himself with the expulsion.
The expulsion. We saw that. We saw that.
You are at the convention. See, I was at the convention. As a matter of fact, I coordinated all the media activities for the convention.
Okay.
I can tell you for free that it wasn't like Governor Fintiri left. Actually, no.
What happened?
What happened was, let us go back to the memory lane, and then I will respond to Governor Fintiri. About 18, 19 months ago, our party appointed a certain individual, former Senate President Saraki, ABS, to head the reconciliation committee of our party to ensure that every dissident voices is brought to the same page and everybody who is not happy with the party is reconciled. Everybody is aware of that particular meeting. And it started their work. Unfortunately, in the last 6 months, our party has been enmeshed in serious legal battles, litigations everywhere. And the legal advisor of our party is Kamaldeen Ajibade. Kamaldeen Ajibade is the eye of Saraki in the NWC. Was actually nominated by Senator Saraki. So it bothers me that how can you be in charge of reconciliation and your own nomination in the NWC is the one causing litigations and taking the parties to court? It's very funny that many of the issues that we have in the last 6 months were issues that were aggravated or exacerbated by the leanings, affiliations, actions, inactions, and reactions of our Kamaldeen Ajibade SAN. And it's very disturbing. Again, Jotona, I don't know when your network was, but I said something. I said we've known since the days of TAN 15. And I know you to be a passionate Nigerian. I know that you're one of the people the Buhari government went for in their first term. I know that you're one of the people Buhari went for their Jokula. And I know you to be a passionate PDP person. At the point where you now switched camp to join people who want to check our parties, what I don't understand. No, but again, let's
not go personal. Let us not go personal.
Let's deal with the issues on ground. Yeah.
No personal. No, like you said, Jotona is my brother. We're in the same political party. We might be different political accounts now, but I'm certain that he will appeal his expulsion from the party.
Mr. Shegu. Okay, start.
Okay. Please, let us give you a breather, gentlemen. Let's get reaction from our callers from across the world, because we are live on Facebook, and so they are also watching you and they have response, and we also want to open the phone line. We just employ you to just pay attention as the calls comes in. If the one will respond to within the available time we have left on the show. I think the calls are already coming in. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so interesting, quite interesting. I greet you guys in the studio first of all. I greet our guests that's hooked up with us this morning. I greet them. Senator Thomas, the other fellow. God bless them. Well, the bottom line is, what we gain from all this brouhaha, from all this grammar we are speaking right now, what will PDP gain at the long run? Is this not all geared towards shutting the party down? In fact, as a matter of fact, I want to ask both of them if they are hearing me right now. So this whole quagmire that PDP has found itself now, will they be able to have a candidate for the next general election? That is one big question. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Perez. I appreciate your contribution. I hope you heard him. He said, where will all this lead to? Okay, let's take more calls. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, my name is Amobi. I'm calling from Jebolo.
Amobi, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to throw this question to Joyce Turner, MOM. He has been using this word repeatedly, illegality, impunity. This illegality, impunity, why would one former governor of Rivers State, the present minister of Abuja, why will he be in a party supporting another party? Today said that he came open and he said that he will support the Buhari in 2027. And what will Joyce Turner say about this? Is he not wicked, the one that is causing this impunity, the illegality? Yeah?
Okay, thank you, Amobi. Thank you so much. He will respond to that.
Don't worry. He will respond to that.
He will respond to that.
Thank you.
Let us not end up repeating ourselves. We already asked him the question, why is he in PDP and supporting Wiki, supporting other party? Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Okay. The grassroots of PDP will recognize that convention is justice. As far as the grassroots is concerned, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, good morning. Okay,
we lost that
call. Okay, let's take 2 more calls and Barrister Joyce Turner MON will respond. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Daddy Jacob and the phone bastard.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Caroline calling for you.
Go ahead, Madam Caroline.
Yes, first of all, let me correct Amobi that Wiki is supporting.
No, it was slip of tongue. You wanted to say Tinubu.
Buhari is no longer alive, so it's Tinubu. I know you made a mistake.
Yeah.
So let me go straight to my contribution. Just like what he said, I don't know for Wiki, I don't know the kind of power you have. I don't know the kind of power he's using. You are working with the president, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the later you are a member of a PDP. Who does that? Who does that? You are working with the both parties, and you claim that you are a PDP member. As for me, they should remove you from that party totally. Let us focus on Tinubu. We know that he belongs to APC members. Let me work for Tinubu for 2027. That is the reason why he supported Tinubu for River State. So
Okay.
let me continue with the APC party.
Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you. You made your
Because
point.
it's causing progress for the party.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Noted.
you.
Thank you.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Good evening.
Good morning to you.
You could be calling from Obele.
Okay, quickly, Chikobi.
Yeah, I want to ask a question. You said, I wanted to say that you are that child, no doubt. Will you put about it or will you?
Chikobi, your line is poor.
Okay, maybe. Okay.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, better.
Yes, it's better now.
It's better now.
I want to ask a question. If a community vanish you that you are no longer their side because of what you did wrong, will they force you to attack that community or go in peace?
Okay.
That's my question.
Thank you so much. Okay. Barrister Tona MON, can you respond to some of these assertions? Unmute your device.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Go
yes,
ahead.
we can.
Okay, thank you very much. And let me also thank those who have called in. With the first caller, I think that there is no true member of the party who will not or who would wish the party well. And some of us have stayed in this party even at the toughest of times and come on the table, we will be able to have a headway.
Okay.
Governor Sheyi wants to be president, no problem. Let's have a party first. Governor Bala wants to be vice president, no problem. Let's have a party first. Minister Wike wants to support Tinubu, no wahala. Let's have a party first. So I am certain that we'll be able to find a common ground.
Okay.
Leaders at various levels.
Okay.
Okay.
But I insist that, look, the rule of law must our activities. When you talk about, for the callers who raise concerns with Minister Wike, look, in an advanced democracies, in America, national unity and appointing people from other parties to work in the PDP-led administration. Governor Bala Mohammed, people may not even, we may need to, some of us may forget. He was not a founding member of the party. It was when he supported the party, when we had a debacle in this country, that led to the issue of doctrine of necessity.
Of necessity.
That he was brought in to the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan. These are facts. When President Obasanjo appointed, in fact, the Mrs. Ojukwu that is serving in this administration.
Yeah.
She's not a member of the APC. Governor Wike, Minister Wike have consistently stated time and again that he is not a member of the APC. The BOT, in a meeting attended by Governor Bala, attended by Governor Sheyi, the BOT of our party set up a committee to look at the issues around the convention and all of this crisis. Do you know that that committee came up
advising that the Ibadan Convention should not go on in line with the judgments of court. These same leaders ignored their own committee. See, that is why I talk about impunity and lawlessness.
Okay, okay.
You know, so let us do things in accordance with the law.
Okay.
Respect the rule of law.
Okay, let's
processes and procedures.
Okay, let's go to Ibadan. Mr. Michael.
And by the way, let me just make this last point.
Okay.
Before Minister Wike accepted his nomination into President Tinubu's administration, he wrote the party's NW. They approved. He wrote to the zone. We approved.
Okay.
He wrote to his state. They approved. Why do you have problem now?
Okay.
Having in that administration.
Okay, quite clear. It's not the first. Even late Bola Ige served with former President Obasanjo 1999. Now let's come to Mr. Michael in Ibadan. Mr. Michael, I don't know. Is it true that Governor Seyi Makinde is nursing a presidential ambition, just like Josh Turner has asserted? That's one. Two. Where did the romance with his friend, longtime friend Nyesom Wike, where did it collapse? Is it true that it's not a presidential ambition?
So let me start from that, actually. And I think you would have still allowed me to respond to some of the things that my brother raised.
Yeah, because go ahead. Please.
Okay, so let's quickly close those issues. Number one, I'm close to the governor. I'm one of the spokespersons to the governor. Seyi Makinde has not told me at any particular point that he wants to become president. But you see, Nigerians who are seeing the sterling performances and the good works in Oyo State, and they know that they cannot borrow him to be the governor of their state, they are saying, "Oh, guy, with this intelligence, we need you to come and lead this nation, so that the way you are changing the story in Oyo State, you can also change the story nationally." This intelligence, this seriousness you are using to lead Oyo State, please bring it to the national level. It is Nigerians calling to Seyi Makinde to come and run for president.
Okay.
My Oga has not said it at any particular point that he wants to become president. But when he says it, I'll be the first to broadcast it everywhere.
Okay.
That we are going to Aso Rock.
Okay.
That's number one. Clear about that one. Number two, about this, there's something my brother said I want to respond to. It was the BOT, the committee on BOT. The assignments they gave them was reconcile party members, so that we can have a successful convention.
Okay.
So their job is not to take a position. No. Their job is to reconcile. And let me tell you, at the convention, I see out of the 6 people that was nominated, 3 of them came for the convention. 3 of them came for the convention. They came in with Governor Ilola. 3 of them came for the convention. The Northwest nominator came for the convention. The Southwest nomination, Oyinlola, came for the convention. The Southeast nomination came for the convention. And that's the truth. So when you look at some of this matter, you just look at, but you see, the long and short of this matter is that, number one, these issues are in court, and it's not so good to talk about.
Talk about
yeah.
So one of the callers asked a question that Turner, Abraham Ame, and a few of them, is that PDP will not have a candidate so that Tinubu can have a free role in 2027. But you see, God will disappoint them. You will have a candidate, and by the grace of God, you will send.
Is it true that Minister Wike is telling PDP not to feed the candidates? Is it true?
Because it's assertions everywhere.
No, that's not. There's nothing Wike cannot say before any.
Very outspoken.
Okay, Michael, just let her MON land.
So Wike have never said so.
Okay.
And Nigerians should remember that it was Wike who started the agitation for PDP to zone their presidential ticket to the southern part of Nigeria.
That happened.
In 2027.
Yes.
So if it is so, knows it's a propaganda.
Okay.
It's one of the people spewing that propaganda,
Okay.
But that is correct.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. I think we'll just take 2 more calls or 3, and we'll wrap up the conversation this morning. Thank you so much. Morning, your name and where are you calling us from, please?
I am Mark. I'm calling from Ekeke.
Okay, Mark, go ahead. Maximum 1 minute, 30 seconds. Max.
Okay, the issue of the legality of this PDP convention in Ibadan have not been properly addressed. The party chairman from Oyo State was trying to explain it, but it did not land well, and I can't just understand if actually the convention, the result of the decisions taken by the convention can be effective.
Okay, thank you so much.
Good morning. Yeah.
I'm moving away. I'm by the news, but I'm moving away now.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Better now. Go ahead.
Yeah, the truth is that the problem that we're facing in this country right now, insecurity, the number of people are dying. I don't think right now what we need is this political shenanigans that they are doing. People defecting to one party, people are welcoming party members, they are fighting to destroy party, trying to cause chaos. These people don't have any concern for what is happening around them. That's the reason why what they are shouting now is politics. Why can't all the parties come together to solve our immediate crisis? And who do you think is interested to vote for this kind of person to come and lead us for the next election? I don't see anybody that takes anything concerning this country as their own personal problem. They just want to contain power, receive power, acquire power, leaving us to die. So what are we doing?
Thank you, Jackson. You made the point. Thank you. Hello, let's take this call. Hello, that should be the last call before we go back to our guest. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Your name and location.
It's Tony calling from Anopa.
Quickly, Mr. Tony.
Please, I want to say PDP that conversion has been only cause to decide. And for the very good, very, very bad news that when court will decide who will take a chairman, Nigeria will still blame the judiciary. That the judiciary have started, they want to create a money. The politicians have never learned lesson. What happened to APC in Zamfara? Because APC stopped. APC did here and do that election. After the APC win everything, but because they have this to PDP. The president cannot understand what happened if I say, when I'm 80, didn't hear court say stop. The will stop. After everything, APC has everything to PDP. It's not in practice. But all the same thing, they say, look, this one thing. The court will decide this convention, whether it will stand or not. But if you don't stand, let people blame the judiciary. But the politicians, they want to do wrong things and call it the right thing.
Thank you.
The right thing must be done. Thank you. And God
I appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. They should learn from the past. Okay, we'll begin to wrap up the conversation now. Let's go back to our guest, Mr. Michael, all the way from Ibadan. Now, just as a way of rounding up the conversation, if you are still with us from Ibadan, both of you, I love what both of you have said. You said we are brothers, we are friends of the same political party, despite our various camp and division for now. What is the way forward? Are you with us, Mr. Michael?
Okay.
Barrister, as a way of rounding it up now, where do you think peace will come from? Eventually, in 2 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. So, you see, this party belongs to us. And we are taking over our party, taking back our party. Party belongs to the people. A lot of the people creating confusion as it were right now are people who join halfway. Be it Governor Sheyi, be it Governor Bala, I mean, they are people who joined us halfway. You know, the pain of labor, they don't know, they don't have that pain of the labor of giving birth of to the PDP. I assure you that God helping us, we are on the side of the law. We'll be able to give to this party credible leadership a desired leadership that will take us out of our quagmire.
Thank you very much, Happy. Thank you so much, Barrister. Just on our MON all the way from Abuja, joining us live on Golden 97.5 FM, Crypto Capital. We hope you stay well, stay fit, and stay safe for us. Please avoid the tear gas, please.
I'm good.
You are good. You're always good. And we like the smile. We like the smile.
I'm an enjoyment.